Hello everyone and welcome back to PGP Motorsports Park for the final race of the spring season. We're technically already into the summer season right now as the seasons go, but for this race it's the final race of the spring. We're hitting that 8th one. We're going right into the final here, in which despite not having won a race so far, William Yee is the championship leader, and it'll be his to hold on to with the consistent result, and we'll see if any of the other race winners can possibly take that away from him.
Now, when I checked the championship standings, I actually had different information, but I'm not sure which standings I checked. It looks like Spencer Foote, from my perspective, was the person leading the championship, but I do know it is between Spencer and William for the championship win. Now, here's the kicker. Neither Spencer nor William is starting in our top four. Our top four today is Kirk Strong, who pipped Sergey in his heat race at the line. So Kirk starting in first. David in second. We got Sergey in third. And in fourth is Davidson. In fifth is William. And I'm 2 rows behind William is Spencer. We'll get more names as the race progresses, but here they come for the last time this season. Down the front straight, the green flag's waved. And the flag's waved and they're away. 2 by 2. Keeping it clean. Well, just kidding. 4 wide in the back.
Yeah, I'm seeing 4 wide in that middle of that pack. They're going to be able to have to sort that out. Thankfully, we've got a wide little hairpin here going into another friendly sequence of hairpins through here. The biggest stressor with this pack will be the turn 4 braking zone. So as people race their heart out side by side going into this, they're all actually going to want to set up for this back straight here, because this is where it's most important. This is where people are going to be brave on the brakes, and this is where people are most likely to make mistakes, as this is their first time coming through this corner. And they're all on the brakes. They're all going to make it through. They're all super wide, with like 2 and 3 wide through there. I don't see anyone even dipping a tire on the grass, so they're all super clean through here, making it nice and tidy through there, because they don't want to ruin their race on the first lap here, because this is their final race to put in a good result and get as high into the championship as they can. So they just want a safe and consistent result, especially from William.
Quick championship update. William found his way in fourth, and Spencer, unfortunately, is battling in the mid-pack. So this is going to really shake up the championship. Each of them need a really good result, but as of right now, it looks like William might win the championship. I don't know the exact numbers, but it's looking pretty good for William if he can hold this position or even climb up, because he's currently in fourth. Standings as of right now, we got Kirk in the lead, followed very closely by Sergey, then Davidson, William Yee, David, and 6 looks to be, is that Thomas? That might be Thomas Heacock. 7th, Sam Linus, and 8th. Hard to tell from this distance. We do not have the tracker up today, unfortunately.
Yeah, it looks like all the battles are happening further back at the moment. We got some 2 wide action going into turn 4. I don't see anyone else with the gap. I'm looking at the only one that's like even partially 2 wide. Everyone else is safe in their lines, although it looks like we have some movement going on here between these 2 racers. We're going to see if there's going to be a brave dive on the inside. Nope, they're going to hold their line and keep it safe. So let's move on up towards the front. We have a little bit of a breakaway with our top 2 drivers.
Yeah.
It looks like
Kirk and Sergey.
Kirk and Sergey, who it sounds like raced pretty hard in the heat race, where Kirk was able to just get in front of Sergey and make Sergey have to work for it in this final.
Now, it's worth noting that Sergey unfortunately missed 2 races this season, so he's not necessarily in championship contention. That said, it's good to see Sergey back, and it's good to see him back fighting for the lead.
Yeah, Sergey's a really strong racer out here. He's got some good fundamentals and is a master at defense, and it looks like, fortunately for him right now, he's able to be on the attack and show what he can do there.
But looking back at the rest of the pack, it seems things are starting to just get single file. So we're going to get some organized racing, I say, as there's some 2 wide action.
Yep, we're going to see how this goes.
Defending. Yep, you're catching that 2 wide action through turn 4.
That was a nice overtaker on the outside of turn 4, able to hold that line, get them scared, and take that position and move up safely in the train that they're in.
So I'd like to direct your attention to the mid-pack here, just one chain of carts behind where you were focused. We have a train spearheaded by Alex Seguin, but right behind Alex Seguin is Spencer, who unfortunately seems to be trapped in the mid-pack. Spencer's going to need to somehow find his way forward if he has any chance of keeping his championship alive.
Yeah, because he's the only winner that's at the top of the championship standings right now, just behind William, who's just been super consistent. But it looks like we're seeing some dummy moves being thrown out from Sergey.
Now in the
just
front,
moving.
everybody's trying to sniff out a move, make any position they can. Now, I'm not sure if Spencer missed a race, so his dropped race is already accounted for. Allegedly, he has, but I'm not sure. What I do know is that both Spencer and William have consistently been placing really well. So whatever happens today is going to be a reflection, the end result is going to be a reflection of their season as a whole. So even though Spencer is in the mid-pack today, because the championship battle is scored as the sum of all your races minus one dropped race if you raced all races, then it's still unclear who wins the championship until the dust settles. The dropped race is so you don't have to race every single race to be a championship contender. Let's say you get sick or you have to miss a race. That's fine.
Yeah, so William, I don't believe, has any missed races, and I don't remember seeing Spencer with any missed races. They all had 7 finals in the scoreboard from what I saw. So we'll be down to their worst race. But Sergey, making a move up on the inside of turn 1, will take the lead. He moves up to the inside to defend his new gotten lead from Kirk. And now it'll be up to Kirk to be able to throw a move back. But Sergey already moving up to the inside to defend turn 3 around the hairpin. Now it'll all be down to who has the better momentum going into this. Sergey already moving to a defensive line. Kirk looks like backing off a little bit, and it looks like Sergey will have this lead as now the gap closes between 3rd and 4th, and now it's a proper train. Although Kirk looks like does throw a little bit of a move up to the inside there through that sequence of corners, but through bus stop, Sergey has the lead.
Yeah, what we're seeing here is a continuation of the heat race. It was between Sergey and Kirk in their heat race. They were side by side, back and forth, all race long. Well, not quite back and forth. Sergey was defending against Kirk, and Kirk only won by 0.3 seconds at the line, at a drag race to the line, which is why Kirk started a row ahead of Sergey in this final race here. But it seems Sergey, back for vengeance, in the number 1 car. The car's literally number 1. It's now side by side into turn 1 for the lead of the race, defending against Kirk, who wants that lead back. But Sergey not going to make it easy.
Yeah, move around the outside of turn 1. It's just not quite there. If anything, he's moving to the outside so that way he doesn't lose any of the momentum he has. It seems that he was able to gain a lot of speed in that straight there. And Sergey's just going to be forced onto the defensive this whole time. And on the defensive he is, as Sergey moves to the inside while Kirk looks for it. But Sergey's not going to give that up. And here we're going to see the ultimate Sergey train as Sergey's in the lead and forcing everyone behind. But in the middle of that train, a battle erupted as we see 2 people with white helmets and black visors go a little bit side by side. I'm not sure if positions were swapped there, but they're pulling off the back of that top 2.
Those 2 white helmets are Davidson and Thomas. And in all that fighting, William has dropped down to 5th. So as you said, this Sergey train, the whole race has become a Sergey train. And when you're in a tight train, things get tense, and any move suddenly becomes an explosion, as we saw into turn 4 there.
Yeah, but it looks like Sergey does have quite a bit of pace to get that breakaway after that battle happened. And it looks like we'll see some 2-wide action in the middle of this pack here going into turn 1. We'll see someone on the inside either defending or making up a spot here. Not quite fully on the inside. There's a little bit of contact, but the person on the inside loses out some more.
We're just getting 2x2 action all down the front. However, it seems that in all that fighting, William's in jeopardy. I see William falling back through the pack. And now Williams getting caught in the midfield as well. Oh dear, this championship is erupting.
It could be anyone's game depending on how far back William falls, but this could also be the dropped race, so we might not see much change. It depends on how bad this race goes for William.
Yeah, so how the dropped race works, if you race all 8 races, then your lowest race simply gets dropped. It doesn't count. So only your best 7 results get added. So you want to race at least 7 of the 8 races to have the best chance you can at the championship. So if you have 1 bad race, but all 7 of your other races are great, it's as if that 1 bad race didn't happen. Side by side again, 3 wide into turn 1. The top 5 are realizing it's the final race of the season. It's all to play for. Let's go. And in that top 5 is Linus, actually, who's taking advantage of the battle between Davidson and Thomas. And Linus is now wanting a piece of that pie. I think this might be his best finish so far.
Kirk forcing Sergey to go narrow, finds his way up onto the inside going into turn 4. So now Kirk will regain the lead of the race, dropping Sergey back down into second.
Kirk wanting that conductor role for himself. It's a Kirk train now.
And the Kirk train it is. I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cars within touching distance, overtaking distance as part of like an official train. And then there's another train just behind them where if they close up, it'll like double the size of it.
It's okay, they've all trained for this.
Yep. Here we are for our practice arc, although they shouldn't be practicing or training on the final race of the season. This is where you lock in your score pretty much.
Yeah, well, after this, your score is locked in. And all these racers are locked in. We have a huge squabble now at the front of the pack. The grid has come together. And here we also see Spencer and David. What happened to David? He was in the lead. It doesn't matter. But the front, we have the
Sergey falls back even further. He's now down to 4th place.
Oh boy.
But Sergey, being on the inside, is able to reclaim his second place. No, not quite. No, he has no momentum. He's stuck there. Kirk is running away as they pulled him back down into that pack.
Oh no! Linus didn't quite capitalize on the outside line and nearly spun out in the grass, but still maintains his position.
They're gridding up for another rolling start.
They totally are. However, as the dust settles, it is Linus who emerges in second place.
Good going for Linus, and immediately after that dust settles, they're able to just get so much of a gap as everyone's still stuck in that 2x2 there. And so now we have a breakaway of the top 3 here, and we're going to see if the train is able to catch back up. So
in all that fighting, Kirk has gotten away. So as they come down the front straight, I'm going to see how many names I can identify. Coming down the front straight, in first place, we got Kirk, then Linus, Sergey, William, very nice. Wait, that's not William. Who is that? What the heck?
I've got it zoomed in on him.
According to the timing sheets, that's a lapped car? Ain't no way.
Oh,
There's no way somebody fighting like that is a lapped car.
Did his sensor get broken?
His sensor might have gotten broken.
Oh, no. This is going to cause some extra issues.
I think that might be Giovanni.
There might be some extra issues after the race as they try to figure out where he's at. But we'll keep track of him to help with the stewarding of the final results of this race.
It's okay. I'll get him next time. They come down the front straight. I'm gonna go ahead and refresh the timing page.
Oh, you were able to get the timing page up?
A different timing page.
Ah.
So while we don't get it on screen, I have the information here. And as they cross the line, I'll see if I can identify that mystery racer who might be a lapped car, but given his pace and how he's racing, I highly doubt it. His transponder just might be down. But in first place, undoubtedly, is Kirk, followed very closely by Linus. Linus might actually be able to win this. He has the pace.
Yeah, Linus was able to get into that breakaway, overtakes Sergey. Sergey is now down into 4th, with our mystery lapped racer up to 3rd.
Hey, you know why I didn't recognize that mystery racer? It's because it's the one guy I fail to recognize every time, and it's become a meme. That is none other than Aiden Flynn in 3rd.
Nice.
All the Aidens out here. I always get it mixed up. But Aiden found his way into 3rd. Our top 3, Kirk, Linus, and Aiden. Then we got Sergey, Davidson, Sam, Thomas, William, David, Spencer. That's our top 10. 11th is Drew. Then Alex, Todd, Randy, and Vadim.
Oh, someone has a spin.
Oh, no.
And
it goes into the grass. That's
in the
bold
apex
strategy. Let's see if it pays off for him.
It's drying
And now
up.
he's on the curb.
Oh,
Okay.
the curb is spinning it around, but he's going to get the momentum to rejoin.
Yeah. Good job, man. He made it back on track.
He got the momentum to get back on the track. It looks like there might have been just a little bit of a tap, enough to spin his cart around in that sequence there. That turn 4 is very difficult to get right, and you're putting your tires under maximum grip there. But here, we see Kurt having to fend off the crazy pace.
Linus around the outside for the lead, but he's compromised now. He's going to have to defend the inside against Aiden. The top 3 have been completely shuffled around. And now Linus has a good run into 3, but he's on the outside. Can he get the over-under on Kirk? Because Kirk's going to have compromised momentum. Unfortunately, no, because Aiden's there to take the over-under anyway. Can Aiden get the inside? Aiden sneaks around the inside. 3 wide into turn 4. Makes it 2 wide. Aiden sneaks by for the win, but can he take it? Aiden takes the lead through turn 5.
But the battle's not over yet, as we see.
And Linus also capitalizes on a 2-for-1.
Yep, Linus and both Aiden are able to get past Kirk through that sequence of turns 4, and then I believe that's 6 and 7 at the end there. But into bus stop, top of the world, and then into light bulb.
Oh, no!
Oh, a mistake. Or no, I see the hand up. I think there might have been some contact.
I didn't see what happened there, but that was Linus with a tire in the dirt, but he keeps it on track. Still a really good performance from Linus, but now he's out of the podium positions, and he's behind Sergey. So it's going to be really tough to get by Sergey. Sergey's now in 3rd. We got Aiden in the lead, Kirk in 2nd, Sergey in 3rd. Linus already clapping back, side by side, going into turn 1.
I see a signal from one of the stewards telling Kirk to let Linus back through because of the contact. But Linus is getting caught into his own battle, so if Kirk were to let him through, Kirk would lose like 3 positions.
Well, it's kind of hard to let someone by through when they're trapped already fighting behind someone else. We might see some penalties after this race, so it's not over till the scores are calculated.
Yeah, but now Linus has to restart his battle with Sergey, while also having to deal with the battle from, looks like...
Now Linus is battling Sam. Sam on the inside, a bus stop. Oh, and Linus is falling back.
Yeah.
If Kirk gets a penalty, this puts him behind Linus. And since Linus is falling back, Kirk could go from 2nd place all the way down to like 5th or 6th. This is why you want to race cleanly out here. You don't want to be shoving people wide, because if you get a penalty, everything you fought for will be undone completely and worse.
And...
white flag is out, and Aiden Flynn out to take the white flag. Kirk in 2nd, provisionally. But we see Sergey in 3rd, Sam on the inside, Linus for 4th and 5th.
Yeah, so there's only 1 lap left. Linus was in that fight looking for the win there. But with tensions high around top of the world, it looks like, judging from the ruling, that Kirk pushed Linus wide, and then after getting razzled there and with dirt on the tires, ended up losing out positions to both Sam and Sergey.
Not gonna work. Sam really wanting to get by Sergey, but Sergey's privy to it. Unfortunately, a desperation dive will not work against Sergey. It's really tempting since it's the last lap, but you're giving your everything. But Sergey is so experienced, is so good at defending. You really got to make your shots count. And unfortunately for Sam, the shots do not count. Just kidding. He's making a move on the inside of the light bulb. but Sergey's going to have the inside of double apex. Sam is fighting with everything, and this lets Linus actually go side by side. But coming down the front straight, we have our provisional race winner, which is Aiden Flynn. I got your name this time. Wave to that camera, yeah!
Yeah, Aiden Flynn wins the final race of the spring season. And at the line, we have Sergey and Linus going side by side. But I think Linus pips him at the line. And then after everything is decided with the race, we'll see if penalties are applied. We'll see you at the podium ceremony where we get the official top 3 after everything washes out. And then once the scores are calculated, we'll have our championship winner. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe so that way you can catch the beginning of the next season here at PGP Motorsports Park.
Thanks for another season. That's the spring season in the books. Fun one. Hope everybody enjoyed it. We're going to start off with today's podium. In third place with the best lap time of a 79.467, Kirkstrom. All right, in second place with a 78.973, Linus White. And in first place with the best lap time out there of the day, or at least of the race, 78.597, Mr. Aiden Flynn. Moving on to the championship. This is split up first to third by a grand total of 51 points. So wow. It's very close. Top 10, I think, were split by about 60 going into today. So that was all very, very close for these top 3 spots. In third, with a grand total of 1,214 points, 2 wins, 2 podiums, and 4 top 10s, Aiden Flynn. Woo! Moving on to second place, 1,222 points, 1 podium, but 8 top 10s, William Yee. And in first place with 1,265 points, 3 wins, 4 podiums, 6 top 10s, Spencer Foot. What? I got 3, 2, 1.